Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Doyle, or Doyle for short, and I am joined today by my co-host again. Gentry's so excited to be here, so happy to be recording.
I don't know
this
why you're
fun-
excited to be recording this.
I'm not, nobody's excited. Be sure to follow us on our social medias to stay up to date with all the crack and carry on from Lack of Wit. Excuse me. Anyway.
How dare you?
Usually in like
wrong with you?
audiobooks when I do that I have to cut it out, but this is the podcast, so I can just not. It's so liberating. On today's episode, we're discussing serious and somber issues that Lack of Wit was built to handle. Again,
'Cause
yay. So what we had race relation episode, and then simps, and then this again. No, it was race relation, simps, and then this again.
But before that, it was COVID.
Oh yeah, it was coronaviruses and all of our things. Oh, we had a Ruby episode in there too.
But that
What
was
even
also
episode is
half
this?
COVID because
Yeah.
it was
Is this
shit, we don't
episode
have school
17,
anymore.
isn't it? This is 17.
I don't know. I'm
I
not
thought it
counting.
was,
The only
pretty
time I ever am actually fully aware of what episode we're on is when I go to export the audio, and then I have to name it episode whatever.
Okay, so hopefully on the next episode of Lack of Wit we'll talk about something funny or something fun. Although when you think about it, like nobody watches those videos. Nobody watches the videos where we're having a good time and we're relaxed and we're talking about just something.
I
we
mean,
like to talk about.
Sims
We talk
got
about
a good amount of views. That was.
I mean, yeah, but that ended up.
funny.
Oh, the Pokemon stuff, not the Pokemon. The I forgot about the. I got the Sims one and the Smash one. I got them mixed up, or like, I thought they were the same thing. But yeah, no, I forgot. We talked about that. But that ended up being like a psychological profiling of like youth today, and it ended up not being fun for a finish. But the thing is, like video games and food. Video games and food got like 70 views. And
Well,
then the
icebreakers.
thing with the
though.
dinosaur. The thing with the dinosaur. Icebreakers.
We just got a comment on Creepy Joe today, saying, "Yeah, fuck
Oh
you."
yeah. Okay.
That was all it said.
Anyway, I'm getting off track, but yeah, no, the fun ones don't. If you don't want us to talk about this, watch the fucking fun ones. Give us more motivation. Like food, video games, and stuff. They didn't get any views. Shaking it up, got no views. Anyway,
I'm gonna make
okay.
a cosplay video one day.
And it will
Watch
be great.
out,
But
bitches.
But today we're talking about the shooting of Jacob Blake and the follow-up where this Kyle Rittenhouse
I thought you were using Kylo
killed
Ren.
2 people. So I was gonna say what?
Kylo Ren.
Fucking I wish. Because this entire like synopsis is basically I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. I don't know if I have a Kylo Ren impression.
Do it.
Dork. What does he even sound like? Piss, fart, cum, balls. I don't know. I don't know what he sounds like. Anyway, okay, so
You gotta like make your audio crusty though.
puss balls. No, maybe I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out sometime in the future, and I'll come back at you with like some.
Do it on stream for a whole
incredibly
stream.
accurate.
That's what the community goal will be. I'm gonna
Kylo
buy
Ren
you a
impression?
Kylo Ren helmet, and then you're gonna do the impression for the whole stream.
Absolutely nobody wants to do it, and German already did that bit. So
What?
I can't even do it.
How has Germa done
he
everything?
he did a voice modulator and he did the Kylo Ren voice. That was actually pretty good. Anyway,
How?
we're getting off track.
Has he done everything?
We're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse and Jacob Blake. To start, I'm going to be
The very best.
as objective as I can.
We're gonna try.
As objective as I can. Like a lot of people, what's happening is a lot of people are coming to a conclusion and then trying to twist facts to meet their conclusion instead of using the facts to get to a conclusion. But
so
I'm
dumb.
going to do my best to just break it down, what happened, why it happened, what I think should have happened, and what the crack is. Okay, so to start, Jacob Blake. The police were called by, no, we're not sure who, but they basically said that he was like there. Blake was there, and he shouldn't be. He shouldn't have been. Now she didn't say much more than that. She named him. This is according to the police. This is according to them. I'm going to preface this. This is according to the Wisconsin Department of Justice, I think.
Don't they?
They're called.
Aren't they
This is
able
according
to
to them.
pull like recordings of 911?
Probably are, but it's very early,
Fair.
and they might want to. But anyway, so the cops were called. Now, not directly related to this incident, but he did have 2 outstanding arrest warrants. Which I mean, listen, I don't think. What I'm gonna say is, he has an outstanding arrest for domestic abuse and 3rd-degree sexual assault. Now, 3rd-degree sexual assault,
Pretty big.
unlike what they're spread, like there's a bunch of media posts saying that it makes him a child rapist, but that's like Rhode Island statute, like this is your American dumb system where you have it by law or by state laws. They have. But in Wisconsin, 3rd-degree sexual assault is basically anything from physical sexual assault like molestation to rape. So he has a standing warrant for that and domestic abuse. So, but these are warrants. Nothing has been proven. Now, if he did what he's been accused of, if he is a rapist and he domestically abused it, fuck him. I don't care if he's paralyzed. If that's true, fuck him. I feel no sympathy for somebody who is a rapist and then gets paralyzed. But that's an if. And I can't say he is. Although I want to point out the hypocrisy. The same people that would like post #believe her, me too, kind of ignore the fact that the guy they're now vindicating and like protecting and stuff. Like he's a potential rapist. You're not going to believe the people that accused him. But that's a different thing.
But at the same time, you gotta,
in this scenario,
we shouldn't be excusing terrible treatment of people
No,
by the
absolutely
cops
not.
just because of a potential,
absolutely
crime that they did. Because then you're
I
leading the way
completely
to,
agree.
other shit. So, it's such a... This is a very unique situation in that, literally every time anyone is brutalized by the cops, the media, go and dig up their, half gram of marijuana charge from 2002 and go, oh well shit, they deserved it, shit, they're a criminal. And so they try to use that to excuse it, which is shitty as hell. But in this scenario, this is well shit, if he raped someone, at some point that's karma, but still we should not be excusing the police being absolute terrible people.
The problem with, because the media are clever. I would say the media are biased, but it only depends on what public favor is at the moment. The media are biased, but it depends on the period and what public consensus is at the moment, because that's how they get their backing, right? So the media can go in the case of, I'm always reminded of that police officer who broke into somebody's house and shot the guy who lived there because she thought it was hers. It was her house, and then a couple of weeks later, oh well, he actually had marijuana in the house.
Yeah,
as if that fucking makes it
yeah,
better.
they do that all the time, literally all the fucking time.
But they realize, oh shit, America has been protesting police brutality for the last 3 fucking months. Better just kind of do a 180, and then you see they kind of downplay it. They'll make a footnote. Oh well, yeah, he was wanted for sexual assault and domestic abuse. But it's in this scenario, it is not important because what he did.
It's not relevant.
What he may have done, should I say, it's not relevant to how the scenario unfolded. Because they might have known. There is a possibility the cops knew because they ran his plates. Slight possibility it could have happened. Either way, it doesn't factor in to how the cops physically reacted to the guy at the time. Okay, so there's that out of the way. Now, what happens is in the video, and I've watched both videos multiple times, you see a bunch of cops surrounding him, and the fucking footage is grainy. It's shot on some fucking Nokia Lumia 330 from 400 yards away, and the guy's shaking about because all these fucking footage are. And that's another thing which really they're not required to wear body cams, which if you're an armed police officer, or just a police officer in general, you should absolutely have to.
I think it was
100%.
I thought I was reading something that Colorado was making it so that if a policeman turned off their body camera, at any time or tampered with the footage, then their entire testimony was considered false and inaccurate.
I mean, sure,
and
but
was thrown out because that's shitty. You can't just turn
That's
off your
absolutely-
body cam in the middle of that, and you should absolutely be forced to wear one.
I know, but Gentry, they don't have to wear body cams
know.
in this area,
I know, and
which is
they
fucking
should.
horrendous. Absolutely, especially because when the cops are under so much scrutiny and they keep fucking up, they absolutely should. Cops should want body cams. Anybody, cops and everyone else should want body cams because it could vindicate cops when you can see how they acted, like they should have acted in a necessary situation, and it will appease civilians who say, okay, well, you've got body cams, so we can see the footage, but they don't have to. And in a situation like that, this could have been put to bed, like, easy, because there is a lot of contention as to whether Jacob Blake was armed with a knife. So what happened was they surround him, these cops, and now one of the cops attempted to tase him. I don't know if he missed or the taser didn't have much effect, because adrenaline can do that to you, or you can ignore it. So he could have just missed,
Or
but
just
either way the cop
malfunction.
attempted to tase him. Now there's like 2 or 3 cops surrounding him, and then all of a sudden he gets up and they all back away with their guns drawn. So they follow him to his car. Now where he leans in, and the cop, he grabs his tank top and shoots him 7 times. And now this fucked me up, because I have fired firearms and rifles before. It's not easy to do that 7 times in succession. Each one of those pulls, that's a conscious decision. There is pressure, there's trigger pressure, which every time you can't. It's very, very hard to
It's like a
accidentally
Nerf gun.
just do this. Yeah, there is pressure, and you have to fucking
That's on
grip it
purpose.
to make it go. He did it 7 times. 7 fucking times. He went bang, 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 bang. I think that was more than 7. I wasn't counting.
No, it was 7.
That was exactly 7. I did that subconsciously. I'm great. Anyway, he did that 7 fucking times, and now he is paralyzed from the waist down. Okay, so recap. I'm gonna do my recap, and cops do not have enough fucking training.
Aren't
They are
they
not
like
trained
trained
enough.
for like 6 months?
I don't think it's even. I've heard things like 6 months, 3 weeks, something like 21 days and shit like that. It does not take a considerable amount of time to become a police officer.
And it really doesn't help
in
that the
scenarios
kids...
like this,
Sorry?
it fucking shows. In scenarios like this, it shows that you're not fucking trained enough to be a cop. Absolutely. There should never have been a scenario where they're attempting to arrest this guy and he gets up off the ground, other than when he's in cuffs. It just shouldn't have happened. It just should not have happened. The cops should have been in control of that. But on the other hand, Jacob Blake should never have tried. If he has outstanding arrest warrants and the cops were called on him, he should never have fought the cops. I don't know. It'll lead on to the Rittenhouse thing later. Why the fuck are you challenging a guy? Challenging multiple people who are armed, and guns kill people, would you believe it? Guns have the capability to be lethal. That's what they're there for. Guns are made to kill people. Kill people and things. That's what guns are made for. Guns are a tool specifically designed to ending something else's life. That's all they're used for. Or that's what they're invented for. So why you would challenge these people is beyond me. Just do what you're fucking told. So obviously it's hard to say that in the the political and cultural dilemma that America is in at the moment. However, on a purely survivalist standpoint, if these aren't cops, these are anybody else and they've got guns, you don't challenge them, because they will kill you if you value your fucking life. Blake should never have gone towards his vehicle and reached in. He never should have. Also, the cops shouldn't have fucking shot him 7 times. It's fucking bananas to me. It looks like the most I want to say unclean, but like rough, not uncoordinated attack on somebody else. Like, if you fired a firearm, there are ways and means of holding and standing and shooting wherever. He's literally just kind of like fumbling with it, and he's grabbing his fucking tank top and shooting him 7 times. 7 fucking times. He shot into kill. He wanted, at the end of that scenario, he wanted Jacob Blake to be dead. You don't shoot somebody 7 times otherwise. Now, I've also heard that, why didn't he shoot him in the leg? And I was actually watching an interesting thing on it. Getting shot can't knock you over physically. Getting shot, especially in that case, it doesn't have the physical force to knock you over. We do it because we've seen it done in movies and we've read about it. And in video games, when you get shot, you fall to the floor. If you get shot by a standard police gun, it's not enough to knock you over.
Well, it's not gonna knock you over, but surely it's gonna surprise you enough to make you fall. If he had a knife,
if he did have a knife, it would have done fuck all. But it's a big if. And there's an artery that runs through your leg. I can't remember what it's called, but if you hit it, that's game over. It's a really, really important artery that runs through your leg, and if you sever it, you're dead anyway. But
I mean, that's not easy to hit.
No, I suppose not. But everyone in this situation was wrong. Everybody. The cops did their job fucking horrendously. They had 5 or 6 cops couldn't apprehend one fucking dude, even if he did have a knife. And then this guy, possibly armed, resisting arrest in a dumb and stupid fucking fashion. Is this enough? Is this scenario enough to warrant more widespread protests? Because I don't think it is. I think that if he didn't act the way he did, he wouldn't have gotten shot. But also, if the cops were better trained, he wouldn't have gotten shot either. What are these protests aren't for, nobody's protesting for police re-education and better training. A lot of it is stuff. That you can't defunding the police reform? And then wanting. Yeah, whether that's the thing, because
defunding them or actually getting them proper training.
Think about it realistically.
And oversight.
If they're not training them properly now, how is taking away money from them going to make them train better? That doesn't make sense. You can't have your cake and eat it. I'm for, I don't know about defunding, but especially divesting. Put the money in better places. If you want to have fucking billions in fucking budgets, use it to train your police officers to act like fucking human beings. That's what it should be for. Or put it into your social services and your community outreach and shit like that, because every study shows it's not race, it's not your ethnicity, it's your socioeconomic standards is the biggest contributing factor as to why people commit crimes. Everywhere. Every fucking case scenario. How you grow up and the environment that you grow up in is what contributes to if you commit crimes in the future or not. That's, if you wanted to defund or to divest, put it there, or better train the cops. But I can't rightfully watch everything that's going on and think, oh well, Jacob Blake is blameless. He's a blameless victim, and it fucks me up. It does fuck me up. When I saw a tweet, a friend of mine retweeted it actually, where it was he was trying to equate what happened to Breonna Taylor to Jacob Blake, and it's just not true. They're trying to equate what happened to George Floyd to Jacob Blake, and that's just not true. The scenario is so much more fucking messy. In the Breonna Taylor's case, they wrongfully went to this guy's house, broke in without announcing them, got into a firefight with a guy who was defending his property from what he thought were intruders, and killed an innocent woman in the crossfire. That is completely different to a guy who may have been armed, resisting arrest, and then getting shot. They are completely different scenarios, and they're not the same thing. They are not the same thing. But I'm gonna say it again. The cops, I mean, one dude, even if he had a knife, one dude and all those fucking police officers couldn't keep him on the fucking ground. I mean, come on. It's dumb. I was looking for the tweet. I can't seem to find it right away. But yeah, it's not the same scenario. So I can't in good conscience go oh, he's a victim. Donate to his GoFundMe, which is over $900,000 already. I can't. This guy has this guy's a possible rapist, a possible fucking wife beater. I'm not giving him money. Until he's been to court and his name has been cleared of all those things, then maybe my tune will change. Or if it comes out that he's innocent of all charges and he never had a knife, then maybe my tune will change. But he still shouldn't have like gotten walked off and trying to get into his fucking car. Like you see like this fucking, I mean, it's lawyer jargon where Jacob Blake, he's only thinking of his family right now. That's why he went to the car. I saw one fucking Instagram post where he broke up a fight between two women. The cops arrived and he was glad that they were there. And then when he thought his job was done, he went to his car where he was ruthlessly fucking shot. That was a real Instagram post that I read. I was like, I mean, talk about fucking changing the narrative. Holy fuck. Didn't talk about the first video. Didn't talk about like, the cops were calling him. Didn't talk about any of that. But anyway, and now to highlight the dichotomy of how America treats its races, the cops treat its races, because I absolutely am of the opinion that the cops are fucking terrible in America. And I am still a supporter of what most of the Black Lives Matter are protesting for and are protesting against. However, like Jacob Blake, I don't think he should factor into this equation. But onto, like I said earlier, how like just the fucking polarizing nature of what fucking happened with Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, and it fucks me up as well. I was telling Gentry, lack of a viewer, I was telling Gentry how can America sit like rest on its laurels and think it's the greatest fucking country in the world. It's absolutely fucking been beyond me. When you've got your political, you've got, I've never heard of a place where both of your presidential candidates have been accused of rape. One of them is like, he's going fucking senile. He's going senile, and you can see him on video forcing himself onto kids. Like, you can see that. That is something you can see for yourself with your own eyes. He has said absolutely bonkers shit. Like how there was like black kids are just as smart as white kids. Or rich
kids.
Rich kids or something like that.
So
and then it
black
was like,
kids are just as smart as rich kids.
Like, what the fuck? This guy is falling apart. And then your other candidate is a fucking amoral, fucking moron. Like, I mean, proper fucking moron. Who has, he's no fucking morality. He just, and he's a fucking idiot. And he's a pervert. Properly. He has said that if he wasn't related, he'd have sex with his daughter. He openly talked about groping women. And then the people who support him just ignore it. How can you, if I was voting in someone in Ireland, I say, oh, sorry, that's a deal breaker. He's going around chatting how he likes to feel up women. Sorry, boys, that's a deal breaker. He got elected and they knew it. They fucking knew it. He's being friendly with two of the most dangerous fucking men on the planet. Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Putin. He's just mates with them. He has done so much bad shit.
With fucking Epstein?
Oh yeah, but so did Clinton. So, like, that's the problem.
Oh yeah.
The Democrats and Republicans just fucking hang out with the world's most notorious fucking pedophile. How do you get there? I was gonna say something. Trump has done so much fucking bananas, horrendous shit. Like repealing acts that protect LGBT people in the workplace, not allowing trans people to serve in the military, fucking wishing Kim Jong-un like, not happy birthday, wishing him well when he was sick, saying that they were friends.
Instead of trying to fucking, fix the fucking coronavirus pandemic that's like sweeping our nation and killing everyone.
He thought it was a hoax.
No, he's like, oh yeah, you know what we really need to do? Ban TikTok. That's what we really need to do. That's the most important thing.
If we're getting off track, we're absolutely getting off track. He said that coronavirus was the Democrats' next hoax.
Like,
and now it's killed like thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in America have it, and like millions have died. That's the next hoax, should I say? And he was open about all his sexual harassment stuff. How do you get to that point where those are your two choices? How can you possibly say that America is the greatest country in the world? When not only are those your two choices, people sit by and go, yeah, that's who I'm voting for.
That's fine.
Like, what the fuck? How do you ignore all that? I would rather, like, you know, if there was somebody in office and all he had was like a criminal record where he like robbed a store and maybe had some like drug charges, I would rather, but he acted like a moral human being and did nothing else, and that was in his past. I'd vote for that guy with a rap sheet over your two current choices, because at least you know what he's done. These billionaires and high ups in America are so fucking shady. You don't know what they've done. You know what I mean? It's absolutely bananas. Absolutely. And when you had reasonable candidates, reasonable fucking candidates that you could have voted for, that were like, the average American's like 35. Both of your candidates are in their 70s.
Well, the youngest you can be as president is 35.
Yeah, you had fucking candidates in that age group. Andrew Yang was that age group. Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Buttigieg, fucking Buttigieg, whatever.
Right.
Kamala Harris, whether you like them or not, they were still kind of somewhere reasonable fucking age.
They weren't
I would have
fucking
voted for Andrew Yang.
dinosaurs.
Holy shit. The three most popular dudes, Bernie Sanders, fucking Joe Biden, and Trump, they're all in their 70s. And we're getting seriously off topic. But anyway, absolutely off topic. Oh, Jesus, sorry, I apologize. Was kind of related. Kyle Rittenhouse, he was a Trump supporter. He was a Trump supporter.
Surprise.
He was, and we're being objective, he was a Trump supporter. We know this. He was a big supporter of Blue Lives Matter. He was part of these police cadet training, like youth groups. It's similar vein to, what do you call it? Like your fucking JSOC, what do they call them? You know, like the youth army shit. Did they get the meme the shit out of?
The JROTC.
Yeah, the JROTC. Something like that, but police. And he was part of that. He was a big part of Blue Lives Matter. He crossed state lines carrying a weapon, illegal weaponry. He was 17-year-old possessing a deadly weapon. That is a misdemeanor crime. He's committing a crime already. He's knowingly committing crimes by crossing state borders and doing that. He's been charged with multiple felonies or multiple homicides, intent to cause deadly harm, intent to like endanger public safety. And I absolutely think that's correct. Because once you don't arm yourself and go out of your way to protect, you can't see it. Gentry's not set up the green screen. Can't see it. I'm doing air quotes. Protect other people's businesses. Without knowing, this guy wanted to get into a fight. He was looking for a fight. He was looking to kill somebody. I said I'm being objective, but you look at it. Think about it realistically. There are guns in this house. I know there are. I would never, if in the town closest to me, I love my town. It's a great town. I'm not arming myself in protection of these people I don't know, whose properties I don't know. If the only situation where I would arm myself is to protect myself, protect my family, protect my property, in that scenario, I would. This guy, thinking he's some fucking, he was out to kill rioters. He was out to kill looters. That was his motivation. He knew what he's getting into. He wasn't some sort of like, some wispy-eyed kid. He was just caught up in the struggle. He was defending himself. Nonsense. Absolute fucking cobble. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was getting into when he left. However, I will say, no matter who you are, after watching the videos, and it's horrible. I hate it. I fucking hate watching another human being kill another human being. It is horrible. It is a horrible fucking thing to watch, but I did it. I watched all of the footage that was available that compiled the timeline of what happened. The first video, he's charged by a guy with a Molotov cocktail, and he throws it at him. And then the same guy, who later turns out to be a fucking convicted, pedo. Again, not relevant in the case. But he charges the guy. The pedo charges Kyle Rittenhouse and tries to take his gun, and he kills him. Rittenhouse kills the guy who charges him. If anybody in that scenario you're killing the guy that charges you. I want to make that clear. However, my point being is he never should have been there in the first place. He absolutely should have had nothing. Should have had nothing to do with the scenario. He should have been at home fucking playing Fortnite or studying for school or some fucking bullshit. He should have been nowhere fucking near the scene of all this rioting. So he shoots this guy who threw a Molotov cocktail and charged him. Then people find out what he's done and go, oh shit, let's go get him. Again, I'd like trying not to bring up stereotypes, but how fucking dumb are Americans? Why the fuck do you run at a guy with a gun who's just killed somebody? You're not going to be a hero. You are going to get shot and you're going to get killed, which is exactly what fucking happened. Two other guys, they're like, the mob shouts like, get his ass, beat his ass. So one of the guys like grabs him, gets shot and killed. Another guy who is also armed with a gun gets shot in the arm. He then runs away. Kyle Rittenhouse. He attempts to hand himself over to the police, where they ignored him. And it just highlights how fucked the police are. If a black guy with an assault rifle type weapon, I can't say it's an assault rifle because I don't do the exact classifications, a deadly weapon brandished around themselves, I just hands up, and people are shouting, he just shot that guy, he just shot that guy, he just shot a guy. They're like, oh, there's somebody injured over there, get off the street. Like, they ignored the people in the crowd, and they ignored him before they eventually arrested him. But like, it's everything about this scenario is wrong. Everything. Amazingly, like, these people were taking, like, these were looters taking advantage of the situation. One of them was, at least. This guy, this fucking white dude who's going out protesting Black Lives Matter, he was a fucking rap sheet with a Molotov cocktail, like, pulled the other one. Even the people, like, part of his, like, Blake's family were saying, like, nah, nobody, we don't want this. And all the like, everyone's saying, like, this is dumb. There's been loads of armed robberies or whatever. That guy with the Molotov cocktail, for sure, he was taking advantage of the situation. But, like, Kyle Rittenhouse should have been nowhere near this at all. He knew what he was going out to try and justifiably kill people. He wanted to put himself in a situation where he would be forced to kill someone. That is what he was looking for. Someone that disagreed with him, somebody that was, what he perceived to be a danger to America. That he thought he was going to martyr himself. That's what he did. He had some sort of fucked up notion in his head that he was going to be a hero. And would you fucking believe it? That's exactly what he's got. That is exactly what he's fucking got.
There's no other reason to be, like, at the front lines of that shit with a gun, not, like, involved in it. Like, there's no other reason for him to have been there than,
no,
oh shit, let's get as close to the violence as possible so that I can claim that they were having, throwing violence at me, so that I can then claim self-defense. Like,
I want, but the word he's gotten exactly what he's wanted. If you look at social media, you have, it's so polarizing. I don't have to like sniff my own farts, but I feel like I'm the only one I've been exposed to who wants to be fucking rational about the whole fucking thing on both sides. On take the whole fucking thing and be rational. They are lauding this guy as a hero. It's all over fucking Twitter. People think that fair play to him. Like, he showed one, like, I saw a tweet like he showed that commie like a taste of his own fucking medicine, or some shit like that. Like, murder. You killed people. You are justifying murder just because the people who were murdered didn't agree with you. That is fucking bananas. What kind of moralistic fucking loophole do you have to go through? Well, it doesn't matter that this guy got murdered. He didn't agree with me. He was a communist. What? It's nonsense. He wanted to be the hero, and he's gotten what he's fucking wanted. Shit like 4chan. I mean, 4chan is always a bit fucking... You know yourself. But they're like, yeah, fair play to him. He'll be a man he was a man. He was made a man today and shit like that. It's disgusting, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. And it's everything is just intelligent discussion, reasonable fucking arguments. Looking at the whole fucking scene has gone out the window because it's America has been funneled into this idea where you're either for or against, and there's no gray area anymore. In the case in America right now, in race where it's black versus white, there's no gray area anymore. You either have to be 100% for everything, even when morally you disagree with the choices, or you have to be 100% disagree with it, even if morally you disagree with what's going on. You can't say, well, I agree with some things these people are saying. I agree with some things these people are arguing for, but I have to disagree with the scenario. Sorry. You can't do that without being, yeah, well, I bet you like that fucking 17-year-old who just went and shot those guys. You can't do that anymore. It's fucking bananas. I feel like I'm saying bananas too much, but you get the point I'm making. It's just, I don't know. Sanity has gone out of fashion apparently, especially on social media and fucking American public discourse. I feel like that's pretty much everything I want to say. Do you have any other
No.
comments or opinions to leave us on Gendry? No. Well, anyway, hopefully next episode we can talk about something funny. Talk about something nice. Talk about something pleasant. Talk about the good things that are happening. Anyway. Don't forget to follow us and subscribe to us on social medias and stuff, because I mean, all the hoity-toity talk, but we're still a fucking YouTube channel. Excuse me. Water's making me burp. Anyway. So yeah, follow us and join our Discord, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube with your notifications turned on. All the way on. I have been Andrew Doyle, or Doyle for short.
I've been Gentry. And this has been
And the
depressing.
outro music. This has been depressing. And the outro music will play